Hello, today I have something unique to share with you, something you were unaware of just moments ago. Ready to dive into the unknown? Let's begin. The Can Opener Bridge. Height limits create serious problems in almost every country in the world. The driver can distract for a second, miss the sign, forget the exact dimensions of his car, and then disaster is inevitable. Did you know that the famous Russian Bridge of Stupidity has a sibling in the US? This bridge in North Carolina has had so many accidents that it even has its own Facebook page. The facility has been nicknamed the Can Opener Bridge or the Gregson Street Guillotine, all because it cuts the roofs off trucks very neatly. But why they built such a low bridge in the first place? The answer is simple. It was built in the 1940s when the average truck height did not exceed 3.5 meters. Today, the average American truck grew to 4.2 meters. Sunset on Mars. Sunsets are one of the most beautiful natural phenomena, but the warm colors we're used to can only be seen in Earth's atmosphere. And as to the sunset on Mars, it's blue. The reason for this is the planet's distance from the sun, as well as the large amount of little particles and dust. The creepiest road in the world. Of course, there are many terrible and dangerous roads on our planet that you want to stay away from. But this mountain pass in Peru surpasses them all. Even those who are not afraid of heights are scared here, and it's not just the fact that a car may fall off the cliff at any moment. Huge rocks may fall on the road from the top. In short, the condition of the road is so awful that a rare driver will agree to drive here, even for a lot of money, but the locals don't worry much about it. They usually drive over the mountain pass by an old bus and they're happy about it, because previously they had to walk here by foot. Yooperlites. Finding a glowing stone on the sea that looks like an egg of a mythical dragon is a real stroke of luck. The discoverer of this magic thing is Aaron Rintamaki. He found it in 2017. He decided to name the fluorescent stone Yooperlite because it glows like red-hot lava. Photos of the find taken on a lake beach in Michigan caused quite a stir on social media. Scientists at a local university examined the stone for several months and confirmed that Rintamaki had discovered a new type of mineral. Someone may have noticed this unusual stone before, but Eric was the first person to talk about it. Charmers of the bees. Most people try to stay as far away from Bospolus bees, but these people don't meet the charmers of the bees. It turns out that there are a lot of daredevils around the world who cover themselves with as many bees as possible and try to break the world record. Imagine having 100,000 bees crawling all over you at a time to keep them from stinging you. You need to disturb them as little as possible. You should move smoothly, don't show aggression, and don't shudder. It seems like you can't even breathe in the presence of bees. Real lightsabres. The Star Wars universe has brought a lot of ideas about weapons of the future into our lives, but the coolest ones are the lightsabres. Many people have tried to reproduce such a weapon in reality. Blogger and engineer James Nobbs and his team did it better than others. Their creation indeed replicates the functions and features of light, but a real weapon capable of cutting through metal. The lightsaber is powered by a mixture of propane and oxygen. The plasma it emits heats up to about 2,200 degrees Celsius. This means that such a saber can cut through almost any object. The greed of snakes. Snakes' bodies allow them to swallow prey much larger than they are. The swallowed food will be digested for many days, allowing snakes to hunt less frequently. Sometimes, however, snakes will get too greedy. Too large prey can simply tear them apart, or even worse, the prey they swallow will stay alive and try to get out. Well, you know how it ends in this case. Wave clouds. Imagine you're out for a walk and suddenly see waves over your head. Don't panic. It's not the end of the world. Most likely, these are asparagus clouds, which have wavy shape. Combined with the uneven thickness and illumination, this may give the clouds an unusual and intimidating appearance. You shouldn't be afraid of them. They don't foreshadow a strong wind or hurricane. They just look creepy. Feel free to take your phone out of your pocket. A lot of likes on social networks is guaranteed. Tokyo Underground Palace. The metropolitan area outer underground discharge channel in Tokyo is a huge system of tunnels and tanks that allows excess water to be diverted under the city and discharged into nearby rivers. The largest of the 5 tanks reaches a height of 70 meters and resembles a fairy underground palace. It looks epic and even fabulous. Reverse lightning. When asked how lightning strikes, people usually answer pop down. However, lightning does not originate in the clouds and strike the ground. Sometimes, nature can just do that. The direction of lightning strikes is determined by peculiarities of the electromagnetic field. The negative charge goes from the sky to the ground, and the positive charge goes from the ground to the sky. In terms of physics, this makes sense. In about 1 case out of 20, the cloud gets a positive charge, and then the lightning sort of flips and becomes reverse one. Crocodile jump. Did you know that crocodiles can jump to do so? They use their powerful tail, which they move from side to side very quickly. The same technique, by the way, is used by snakes. The ability to jump out of the water helps these reptiles in the times of hunger this way. They can catch a flying bird low over the water. Avalanche Cameraman. In order to film an avalanche from beginning to the end, in all details, the cameraman needs to be nearby the avalanche, and of course, he needs to survive. It seems that no one in their right mind would sign up for such a job, but avalanche cameramen do exist. By the way, avalanches are filmed not only because of beautiful pictures and videos. With the help of such recordings, meteorologists can analyze the behavior of avalanches and reveal the algorithms of their appearance. Firework Man. If you've ever lit fireworks, you probably know the main rule. Keep the firework as far away from your body as possible, let alone your face. But this French pyrotechnic engineer doesn't follow the rule for more than 10 years. He's been practicing the art of creating pyrotechnic compositions with his own body. For these tricks, the Frenchman had to invent a special protective suit. He took a lot of elements from modern firefighters' uniform. The Frenchman invented a relatively light and comfortable design. As they say, human ingenuity knows no limits. The beginning for anime. What country do you associate robots with? For me, it's Japan. Not surprisingly. That's where they created the 18-meter robot. The huge machine weighs 28 tons and took 6 months to build. But it was worth it because it wasn't just a statue, but an active model that can move. Originally, the robot was supposed to be one of the theme park exhibits, but the park opening has never taken place. Swing melody. A swing can not only squeak, it can be turned into a musical instrument. But it's not about playing a pre-recorded music. On this playground, each swing is responsible for its own note. If several people swing at the same time, they leave a chance to create a beautiful melody. Leopard Lake. There's even a leopard lake in the world. Just kidding. In fact, the locals call it the Spotted Lake. It's located near the Canadian-US border. It originally had another name, the Luck, which is how the Native Americans of the local tribe called it in the spring and winter. Lake looks like a normal. It begins to get its unique appearance in the summer. On hot days, the water in the lake evaporates and spots of unusual shape form on the surface of the lake. These spots change their colors, and due to the drying up of the lake, some sort of little islands of minerals begin to appear at the edges of the spots. They're even covered with a firm crust like almost everything amazing in the world. This lake has its legends. The Native Americans believed that Lake Tlaloc. There's an ancient belief that the lake finished a long war between the local tribes. During the decisive battle, the enemies had to cross the lake. To their surprise, during the crossing, their wounds healed. This miracle led the warring parties to the idea that if wounds heal so easily, there was no point in inflicting them, and the war was over. Selection. People have been densely involved in selection since the beginning of the last century. In the 21st century, selection can pursue not only practical but aesthetic goals. For example, it's not known who came up with the idea to create black apples. This fruit is called black diamond, and it's grown in Tibet at an altitude of more than 3,000 meters above sea level. It's believed that the unusual color of these apples is so saturated due to the special natural conditions of the highlands. The apple trees here receive so much direct sunlight during the day that the traditionally red peel of the fruits, it begins to turn purple and then black. That's all, guys. Would you like to taste this black fruit? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like the episode, subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and don't forget to stay notified of upcoming videos. Thank you for watching and see you later.